morning and welcome to Peace Out, where I'm practicing right now to peace out. It's been a crazy 5 minutes just trying to get here on time a little bit later and things just not going exactly like I wanted them to do. So if I look a little tussled and ruffled, I am. But we're here. We're ready to talk about why we get to peace out another day, because Jesus gave us his peace and never took it back. Is that not just an amazing thing? He doesn't take back his grace, his mercy, and I don't want to get off on all that because that's not what I was going to talk about today. But I just am so excited that God is still with us and still wants to be with us. He's not forced to be with us. He wants to be with us and is walking through time with us. Just an amazing time to live, right? So this morning I actually read several different places, and I was actually just looking for, what can I talk about this week? I was hoping to find a passage that I could just go, like we went through Nehemiah 4, was it chapter 4 the other day? We went through some in Exodus a few days, and last week we talked about the armor, although we got messed up because I wasn't here one day. I apologize. That's just the way life goes sometimes, right? And so I was actually looking for something like that, but I didn't find it, but I did find something that grabbed my attention. Now, if you followed me at all, when I find something that reaches off the page and grabs me, I am going to camp right there until I feel like I'm done. So I just camped in these few verses in Matthew this morning, and I just thought about them quite a bit, and that's what I'm going to share this morning. This is a little interesting story. Let me just read it real quick. It's in Matthew 20, and it's right before the triumphal entry. It's right before everybody's going to be lauding his praises and going, "Oh, here comes the King, the King of glory. Hosanna to this, Hosanna, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." And then right after that, those same people are going to turn around and say he's a demon and say to crucify him and kill him, right? So it's a real fickle part of the scripture here, right? But I'm so glad that God let the realness in. He could have just said, "Don't write the bad stuff. That might upset people." or don't write the difficult parts. It might discourage them. He left the rough stuff in there. Why? So that we could see that faith stays intact when we're going through stuff. So I'm pretty sure, and that we can still trust him no matter what's going on around us. And so I know that Jesus knew what was about to happen, right? I know that it's not going to be long. He knows he's about to be crucified. He's at the end of his term here on earth as a human being, as the word became flesh and dwelt among us, as John said, right? He knows he's at the end of that. He knows he's getting really close. But here he is. It says they came up from Jericho. This is Matthew 20, 29 through 34, the rest of this verse, right? It says the rest of this chapter. Now they went out from Jericho. A great multitude followed him. And they didn't have Facebook. They didn't have meetups. They didn't have imaginary friends that they met because you meet your friends online and then you actually get to meet them in real life. That's a pretty cool thing, by the way. And so, but they didn't have a way other than word of mouth to even know where he was. And so just the fact that a multitude gathered was quite remarkable, right? So this multitude followed him, and behold, 2 blind men were sitting by the road. When they heard that Jesus was passing by, they cried out, saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord, Son of David. Have mercy on us." The multitude then warned them that they should be quiet. They said, "Shut up. Stop yelling. Don't distract the man of God. Don't distract the Messiah. Don't distract the one who's working miracles. Don't distract this Jesus. We're trying to figure out who he is right here, but don't distract him. Stop talking to him," right? They warned them that they should be quiet, but they cried out all the more. Thank God for the tenacity and the audacity to just keep yelling and calling Jesus over to you, right? So they yelled out the more. And they kept saying, "Have mercy on us, O Lord, Son of David." Then this just hit me this morning. It said, so Jesus stood still. They cried out so loud, vocally, that he stopped. He stopped in his tracks, and he said, he called for them, and he said, "What do you need? What do you want?" He didn't even ask what they needed. He said, "What do you want?" And there's a big difference between a want and a need, because my want list is really long. And my need list is pretty long too. But I tend to stay on the need list. But Jesus didn't say, "What do you need from me?" He said, "What is your desire? What do you want?" That's pretty powerful too. And they said, "We just want to see. We want our eyes to be opened. So Jesus had compassion, touched their eyes, and immediately their eyes received sight, and they followed him. There is so much to unpackage in these 4, 5, 6 verses here, 5 verses, I guess. There's so much. The fact that they yelled louder. There was a multitude. They had to be pretty loud to get his attention. A multitude. A lot of people who've been in the convention center or even outside where there's a big meeting, people are loud, right? It's not a bad thing. It's just they're loud because they're talking loudly and they're hanging out, and these guys were following Jesus, and but they told them to be quiet, and they yelled louder. So my thought today is, can we be louder than the crowd? Because see, right now I don't go in real large groups much anymore, very rarely. Right, I might go in a group. I went to my Christian Writers Club Saturday and had a blast. It was a really good meeting, and but it wasn't a big meeting. And so I don't find myself in really large meetings. It's a little inconvenient and difficult to do, but we do have a lot of things crying out to try to get us from being loud, from loudly seeking God. The TV vies for our attention. Our phones beep all day long, right? If we're not careful, it beeps all day long trying to get our attention. Oh, look, you need to check this. Oh, look at this. There's ads on everything. I hate ads. But there's ads on everything. You can't even just enjoy something because there's going to be ads. They're vying for your attention, vying for that your last penny to put in their bank, right? There's the music industry, the movie industry, the sports whole world. They're all vying for our attention. They're all crying out to us loudly and saying, hey, look at me. Hey, give me your attention. But can we just get to the place where we say, I need Jesus more? I want to be louder than the crowd who's telling me to be quiet and just accept the way things are. I want to be louder, and I want to cry out for Jesus more. I want to be louder than those crazy thoughts that go through my head. I want to be louder than the dings on my phone, than the dings on my email, than the things I can see come across the TV. I want to be louder than that in my pursuit of him. I want to cry out more loudly and say, Jesus, I need you. Son of David, have mercy on me today. Monday, May 12th. Is today the 12th? 2025. I need your mercy today. I need your grace today. I need your peace today. And so can the cry of our heart, can we determine today that the cry of our heart is louder for him than it's going to cry for anything else? That our heart's going to beat for that relationship with him, with that fellowship with him, with that love for him and his word, over and above all the multitude of stuff, all the social media, all the crazy stuff out there telling us to be quiet. He's not listening to you. I want your attention. Give me your attention. Don't look at Jesus. Don't bother Jesus. Hey, look at me. Don't bother him. Can we be louder than that today? Can our souls be louder and go, I need God more than I need anything else today. I need his grace to just make it through today. I need to know and be reminded that his mercies were new this morning, May 12th, 2025. For me, his mercies were brand new this morning, for my day. I need to know that he's here to carry me through this day, that he's here to give me the wisdom as I ask for it. What if they had not cried out? What if we don't ask for wisdom? Can we still be wise? Is it wise if we don't ask for wisdom? Isn't wisdom itself crying out? It says in Proverbs, as a matter of fact, it says that wisdom cries out in the street. Listen to me, I've got smarter things for you to do, smarter things for you to follow. Can we listen to wisdom above the cries of the multitude we see? And I'm not talking about just people, but the multitude of stuff in our world. I am so glad we're connected in the world. I am so thankful for social media. Here we are, right? Because of Peace Out. We learned social media during the pandemic if we didn't know it before, right? And how powerful that connection can be. We're so more connected than ever, but in some ways we're less connected because of social media. So can we just today let the cry of our heart be louder than the multitude of things vying for our attention today? I just want you to think about that today as you go through today. I want that cry of our heart to be louder and just be God, I need you today. I need to be able to see. I want to be able to see you. I want to be able to see your truth. I want to be able to see what we have in your word more clearly. I need you more than I need a multitude of things that are available at our fingertips today. Help us today focus on him. So let your cry for him today be louder than the things that are crying out for your attention and for your heart. Give it all to him and let your cry for him be the loudest thing you hear today. Then just peace out. We're going to peace out today. Have a great day. I'll see you again tomorrow.